Welcome to another episode of High Proof Ashes. I am one of your co-hosts, Jason JB Smoke, and across from me this time,
Hey, you know what it is, man. It's Duran. No cool nickname. I can't say we back in the building because we actually outside.
we back. Well, not back. We just outside the building.
Yeah, we just outside the building.
Yeah. So, welcome to my front porch area,
Yeah.
or at least part of it. It's a beautiful day,
Mhm.
and I thought, hey, let's do the episode outside.
Yo, it's March, right?
I mean, it's
76 degrees outside.
It's absolutely gorgeous out
Great
here.
breeze coming through.
Yeah, man.
We got bottles, we got cigars.
Let's go. Let's get into it, right?
You know, it's a day in the life, man.
So we have a cigar that I introduced you to not that long ago that has become one of your favorites, I think.
Yeah, it's a staple in my rotation at this point.
I think it's great. It's one of the things I love about the cigar industry. You know, you share something with someone, and they fall in love with it.
Yeah.
So to get into the cigar, we have the Oliva Master Blends number 3.
Yep.
This is their third iteration. Funny thing about this is it was supposed to be a limited release.
Okay.
But I guess it became so popular that they just put it in regular production. And so this thing's been in regular production for something like 15, 20 years now.
Well, I can see why, man. It's a phenomenal cigar that you can buy at a great price point, regardless of the size that you're smoking, right? Our sizes are different, pause. But, you know.
So this one here I think it runs, depending on the size, it runs between like $10 and $14 at a retail. They go from just your standard Robusto size all the way up to a Churchill.
Yes.
You know, so I think they got 4 or 5 different Vitolas.
But
if you go online,
you
can get these things at a steal.
A steal. We're not going to say the price.
It's an absolute crime,
but it's a steal. So, you know, hey, I'm ready. Let's go ahead and get it lit up. Like
this is something you can smoke at any time. Like, I feel like you can start with this, you can end with this.
Yeah.
Like, you know, this is one of those, like, if you've had quite a few and you just want to smoke something,
it's perfect for that.
You can still smoke this, right?
But
you're still going to taste
flavorful,
it. Yeah.
Plenty of strength, you know.
Yeah, I think you're gonna see a little bit of excitement from us on this cigar, guys.
Yeah. Truthfully, I'm surprised it's taken us so long to do it.
I mean, there's just so much out there.
Yeah.
There's just so much out there. Let me get this cut. And then for our spirits for today, we are going to bring you another criteria bottle. And Duran, what's the criteria again?
So the criteria is it's got to be at least 4 years old, at least 100 proof, and under $40. Okay.
Right.
So we've got one that falls in there. And
we do.
It's taken a dent already, man. So
it has. So be frank, I don't actually remember it. But I mean, it's taken a dent, so I must think it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Or, you know, it was late in the night, and I was just making a pour. So, you know,
well, you made a few pours if it was late in the night, and you did that.
So this is the Smooth Ambler Contradiction Rye. This is their blend, and it is 105 proof. I don't remember the exact price point, but I do know it's a criteria bottle.
Right,
So
it's
I'm gonna
absolutely
say it's
under 40.
I'm going to say it's somewhere in the 30s.
Okay.
And we're going to get into this. So, but one thing to point out that I think is pretty interesting about this is an actual micro distillery. So they actually make their stuff.
They make it and keep it all in house.
That's right. They are out of West Virginia, Max Weltington, West Virginia.
So that's surprising in itself because you don't hear about a lot of whiskeys, bourbons coming out of West Virginia, Virginia, any of those places, right? So this should be an interesting bottle for us to try for sure.
Yep. And then you brought our other one.
So I brought the standard Smoke Wagon. You know, be completely honest, I don't know what the age statement is on this, but I'm going to guess it's probably somewhere between 4 and 6 years old. You know, and check my math on that, Jason, when we get a chance. It is 92.5 proof. It is under $40. So if all other things are equal, it's really close to a criteria bottle.
It is.
So we're going to use this as our baseline on tasting the Contradiction Rye. Unfortunately, recently we had a run-in with some less expensive stuff, and we realized we need to have a baseline.
We do. We need to have something else to compare to that we know and like and can definitely compare it to.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, you ready to light up, man?
Man, definitely.
Let's see here. This is one of those things.
We're outside. It's definitely a little breezy. So this is where a torch lighter comes in
really handy, right?
Yeah.
The one thing about daylight outside, though, right? Like,
it's hard to see that.
It's hard to see that flame. So be careful if you lighten up outside, because you might get a finger if you don't.
That's
right?
very true. You might have to turn it up a little bit, like I just did.
Looks like I got a good ash there, so I think I'm pretty well lit. Man, that's
just a great cigar. And
right off the jump.
And this is one of those that, unfortunately, I like it so much that I smoke it really fast.
Yeah, you and me both.
This is, I might get an hour out of this.
I was thinking I'm probably 45,
yeah,
you know, especially I've got a smaller ring gauge, and a smaller size, so, you know, I'll probably get 45 minutes out of that. But it's perfect, right? It's right about the amount of time that we have on our episode, so it'll be the perfect cigar for this, and you know, luckily we get to sit outside and enjoy it. But I'm gonna go ahead and get my pour as well, man.
Let's do it. Oof, that retro, just right off the bat.
It's dude.
It's so like rich.
Yeah.
That's the best way I can describe it. It's just rich.
It's got enough strength to, you know, really make you, you know, really notice that it's there, right? But the full bodiness of the cigar is just incredible, to be completely honest.
And this is one that I stumbled upon many years ago.
But that's crazy to hear that you stumbled upon.
I did. I stumbled upon this. It was an online like sprint sale, basically.
Okay.
You know, got a 5-pack, I think it was.
We'll put this here by your glass, so you got it.
And I can't remember what I paid for it. This was probably 10 years ago.
Wow, you've been smoking them for 10 years?
I have, yeah.
Okay.
Like,
I feel some type of way that I'm just finding out about it.
It might have been, I'm trying to think. I want to say I got them in 2013, so like it's actually over 10 years now. But fell in love with them, and then once I found the crazy online deal, they never came out of rotation.
Yeah.
So
that's the thing, man. Like, Jason is bad about texting me and saying, "Hey, this is on sale."
The stuff that I know that you absolutely love.
Yeah, you know, so, you know, he be digging in my pockets all crazy, like, you know, because he be sending me deals that I just can't resist.
He gives me shit, but I actually save him money.
He does. He does. Because I'm gonna buy cigars regardless.
That's right.
Might as well get them at a good premium price.
Absolutely. So let's
see what we got here on the nose.
I mean, what can I say? I love Smoke Wagon.
You and me both, man.
It's another one of those brands that I don't know that I've had anything from them that I don't enjoy.
And it's surprising because it's from Nevada.
It is, yeah. I don't know if they buy the distillate and age it themselves, or if they buy it already aged and then bottle it. I'm not actually sure. So if you know that, put that in the comments so we can learn. But I mean, it's a solid brand.
I can only think of one that I've had from them that I didn't enjoy. It's not that it was bad. It was exactly what it said it was: the uncut and unfiltered.
Yep, it tasted kind of dirty.
A little kind of dirty.
Yeah.
You know, but it was still good. You know, we still finished the bottle off very quickly.
Of course, it's still a great bottle.
Yeah.
That's a great pour. Like,
I forget sometimes how good it is because it's their standard fare, right? But you know, I picked up 2 bottles of it yesterday because it was on sale at a phenomenal price.
Yep.
And just couldn't pass it up. So, you know.
But the standard price for this is what, 32?
33, 34, something like that. It's not crazy.
And like, even at that price, it's
still a good bottle.
It's a great bottle.
Yeah.
It's just, you know, you and I both have said that there's not a lot of bottles under 100 proof that we visit very often. They kind of get, like you said in a previous conversation, they kind of get out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah.
You know, because we have so many good bottles that
I agree
that are 100 plus.
But this one, like, it actually, after not having it for a while and cracking the bottle last night, right, and having it, I realized, like, it's extremely flavorful. Like, it really is, at that proof of 92.5, full of flavor, man.
Yeah, I would put it up against a lot of stuff that's in that proof range.
Yeah.
That, you know, it would beat a lot.
So I think you could even take it up to right at that 100 point. I think it would compare well with some of the things that are at 100 proof, right?
Yeah.
You know, now once you jump above, that might be a little bit different, but where we are.
Sure. Well, we got the wind whipping a little bit, but you know, that's
comes with being outside, man.
Well, you know, it kind of keeps you cool. the sun's going to be hitting the porch here in a little while, and
Yeah.
so we're going to be warming up. But it's definitely a pretty day out here.
Yeah,
I'm
man,
glad we decided to
I
bring it
haven't
on out here.
smoked outside yet this year. This is the first time.
Mm.
So this is the first time smoking outside this year. So, what better way to share it than with my partner?
Absolutely. I've done it a couple times during the day with working from home. Pull the laptop out here and have something light. Obviously, I'm not drinking, but I'm able to enjoy a cigar.
Right.
But I think today is probably one of the better days where you'll be able to sit outside for a while.
Yeah. I mean, I think it again, right? Like the beautiful part about getting outside, right, is actually just taking in all of the different sounds. Like the beautiful thing is, I know they'll hear it in the camera, but the wind chime back there actually makes for a pleasant little, little just something in the background there. Yeah. So it's pretty cool. I'm enjoying it.
I love smoking outside. It's just that our weather swings so much that it's either vastly hot or vastly cold, right?
Well, I think we're in one of those places where you actually get all 4 seasons.
Absolutely,
right?
Absolutely.
I know I lived in Florida for a couple of years, and there was like 2 seasons.
Yes.
Either cold
or hot.
Yeah. That wasn't fun.
Yeah.
Here, you get to experience all 4 seasons, which is great. But here we are. Let's talk about the cigar, man.
Let's talk about the cigar. So I mean, I already gave some little tidbits. It's a darker cigar. I would say it's probably full bodied, full flavored. Maybe not to the extreme, but it's definitely up there.
I would say it's at the very entry point of full body.
Yeah.
Right.
But super flavorful. Mm-hmm. The retro on this thing is amazing. My only complaint is that it smokes too fast.
Yeah. But we've also, like, you introduced it to me, and I've introduced it to multiple people, mm-hmm. and everyone that we've ever introduced this cigar to has absolutely fallen in love, especially when we tell them what we can find them for.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But don't get it twisted. Like, it's a phenomenal cigar, right? Like, great construction. It's from one of those well-known brands, right? I always say it wrong. Is it Olivia? Like, Oliva. That's it.
Oliva.
See, I told you I always say it wrong. Oliva. But it is a phenomenal stick. Like, really and truthfully love it. But I guess we should go ahead and take a look at this band.
Yeah, man, let's do that.
There is so much.
It's a scene.
It's so intricate, bro. Like, so you've got. It looks like, I want to say it's almost like a field with trees.
And, yeah.
So nice green pastures back there in the back. Perfect for a day for us to smoke outside.
Absolutely.
Right? You've got the big number 3 with the master blends underneath. The colors are just so vibrant, man. Then you go here on the side. Do you know who happens to be in that little oval there?
I don't.
I'm going to guess he has something to do with the brand. And then on the other side, you've got the Oliva.
Oh, there's the year. So I was close. I guessed 07. It's 06.
Okay, that's perfect.
So they came out with this in 06.
The band is absolutely beautiful because, like he said, on the back, they've got the 2006. And it's just, man, when you see this cigar, you're definitely going to recognize it, right? And that's always the thing I say is the cigar recognizable mm-hmm. when I walk into a brick and mortar, right? And this one definitely would stand out and pop out so that I wanted to at least take a look at it.
Yep.
And there's not a whole lot to say about it. It's just the band has so many different nuances that, it's hard to describe every little thing on it. You've got the MB up at the top, beautiful gold inlay. It's beautiful.
Yep. So this is probably my favorite Oliva. I love the Melanio. I love the V.
Yeah.
But
I was going to say the V series is up there for me.
Yeah. But this one for me is just far and above better than all those other ones.
Yeah. Like the thing that makes it stand above for me is the price point. I can't avoid that. Like, I can't find those other ones at the same price I can find this one.
I will say I recently got Melanios and the 135th anniversary ones for the same price as these.
Really?
Recently. Actually, slightly cheaper.
That's surprising.
I know.
So what does that say, though? Like, so what does that mean? Like,
so, what are you saying? What does it say about
the brand
price
itself,
of cigars, or like
the price of cigars, the brand, all of that?
All right. So 2 things. 1, the price of cigars. So when the retailer gets it, they are selling it typically at 400 to 500%
markup, right?
Okay, but we're buying these online, and so they're selling for volume, and so they are able to sell it at they're selling it for a much cheaper price to try to make more sales, to make more money, right? But make no mistake, they still made money off of it.
Absolutely.
So like that $10 cigar that you're buying at the retailer, they bought it for $2.
So it's virtually all profit.
Oh yeah, but I mean, so that sounds egregious.
No,
but
not really. I
but
mean,
when you think about it, that $10 cigar, they made $8 off of you, and you made that $8 last an hour and a half.
Right. Hey, listen, return on investment is great on it, right? Like,
right.
It's not a whole lot of things I can go buy right now at $8. Like, I don't even know I can,
It's the cheapest form of entertainment there is, man.
Yeah, period.
Like,
right? You can't get movie tickets for that.
No.
Me and you couldn't go to the movies to see a movie for that.
It's literally the cheapest form. I say entertainment, but cheapest form of like relaxation and entertainment and social interaction and all that kind of stuff. I mean, but also it typically with a cigar shop, this is their only moneymaker.
Yeah.
Like, that's the only thing they make money off of.
Right.
Like, they might sell sodas or beers or whatever, and yes, they're going to make money off that stuff, but that's not what their big seller is. Their big seller is cigars.
Right.
So
I mean, that's what you go for.
It's right. So it makes sense to me that that's the markup. But then to answer your question about like the brand and all that kind of stuff, I think that there are just particular brands with these companies that they're okay with. I think that they're getting a lot of inventory.
Right.
And so they're able to churn that inventory out at cheaper prices. Whereas something that they might not get as much of, supply and demand wise, they can't create demand if they don't have the supply.
Right.
Especially if they're trying to sell it at a much cheaper price.
Right. Absolutely.
Right. So I think that's kind of where that falls. But where we get these things, they tout themselves as like, the cheapest online retailer like in the country.
Yeah.
And
I don't know that I can deny that claim.
I haven't found cheaper, I can tell you that much.
Yeah.
But it's still a great cigar even at retail.
Yeah. I don't disagree.
And so if you've never had one, go get it at retail. It'll cost you about $10 or so. And if you love it, go scour.
Yeah. Go look. Go do some research.
Yeah, man.
And find it. Like, again, I think I probably have one of these master blends probably 2 to 3 times a week. Like, realistically, I really smoke them that much.
I would say I'm probably about at least once a week.
Yeah.
I have a few more in my rotation, but
also when I'm trying to stay, off so Wednesdays I tend to smoke pretty good, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, because it's a Wednesday, so I may start with something inexpensive.
Sure.
And then move into something more expensive. But like this, the AJ Fernandez Cameroon.
Yep.
A new one that we've just recently added, the All Saints dedication.
Yeah, man.
So I got a few in rotation that like man. I take everywhere I go. You pull them out and I share them as well, right? So like, hey, have you tried this? No. Hey, take a look at this and save yourself some money by going out and getting it.
And I think with this one, I actually brought a whole box in and gave everybody one and was like, I bet you none of y'all have had one of these before.
I actually want to say, didn't you do it as a mystery cigar?
No, I don't think I did. Like, you're thinking I pulled the band off or something. No, I don't think I did that.
We talked about doing that at one point. Did we ever do it?
No, we never did it.
We never did it?
No.
Okay.
But it was nice to, share with the group, a cigar that I really love that I thought that most of you would like, and that, you can get it for a crazy good price.
I mean, the good thing about it is like, even though we're outside and it's windy, you can still look at the cigar construction and tell that it's very good. Like, I'm not getting a crazy burn from the wind blowing past it, and tearing it up in any type of way. Smoke production is always phenomenal on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, like you said, the only real issue is it smokes way too fast.
It does.
Smokes way too fast,
which would be a problem, I guess, if you liked them so much and you smoked them all the time for retail. But luckily, we're getting them for a good price. But anyway, so I just wrapped up my pour. I did a small pour.
Oh, okay. I went a little bit heavier on this one. I enjoy this Smoke Wagon quite a bit.
I enjoy it too, but I want to really give this Smooth Ambler a go, because apparently I like it, or it wouldn't be that much gone.
Well, I'm just surprised you don't remember it.
I don't visit the criteria bottles that often.
Me neither.
I just don't. I have much better stuff.
Yeah, we do it for you guys. Like realistically,
yeah.
We do these bottles on the podcast to try to find you good things at an affordable price that you'll actually enjoy. Because I know a lot of people, you know, can't spend $100, $150 on a bottle,
or they're just starting out.
You know, and you're trying to break into bourbon, and you want to find some stuff that you might enjoy at a good price.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's what the Criteria bottle is for.
That's exactly what it is.
It's a good cork pop.
I actually, when I was pulling it, I was like, is this a screw top? Because it wasn't moving very much. I'm gonna get a healthy pour of this, and it's a rye. Like, you know, you and I are not rye lovers, but we are finding that there are more and more ryes that we really enjoy.
So is it a straight rye?
This is a blend of straight ryes.
Okay. So it may be a little bit spicy.
I don't remember.
We're definitely going to find out. That's an interesting label.
I think that they do like circus themes.
Okay.
I think all their labels are circus themed. I don't know why. I may have to look into the brand or what have you. Oh, so let me hang on. I just noticed something. So I guess it says produced, but actually right up here it says that it's distilled in West Virginia, Tennessee, and Indiana. So
the blends come from different places.
Well, I guess so. The one is the West Virginia would be them.
Yeah.
And then they blended it with something from Tennessee and
probably
Indiana.
Tennessee whiskey or something of that nature.
Right.
Yeah.
So probably MGP and then some other kind of Tennessee rye, but it's still all ryes, all straight ryes. This might actually be pretty good.
Let's see what we get.
Ooh, I like that aroma. Oh, I'm getting that candy apple that you get with some ryes.
That's quite pleasant.
That is a nice aroma.
Very sweet. I'd give it a thumbs up, right? You know. All right, let's see.
Hey, that's pretty good.
It's definitely a rye.
Definitely a rye.
But for ryes, I'm not upset at that. Here's what I found. I think ryes are great mixers.
Okay.
Like, not trying to be funny.
Okay.
You know, I think they have the right amount of spice, sweetness, and, you know, that when you mix them into a drink, an old fashioned, you know, something of that nature, it just makes it that much better, right?
I got you.
I don't drink a whole lot of rye straight, but there are a handful that you can.
Right.
This may very well be one.
I don't mind this at all.
No. There's a lingering sweetness.
Yeah.
That is very good. And it doesn't have a nasty, like, heavy rye spice to it. It's very well done.
And it doesn't have any kind of funk to it or, you know, any of that like metallic. The spice isn't overdone. I tell you, the aroma is the one that's really getting me. Like, it's a really pleasant aroma.
That's very good.
Well, that explains why it's got a dent.
Yeah, because if you open that and start drinking that, like, you could very well get in trouble pretty quickly.
And like, even though it's 105, it doesn't taste proofy.
That's another thing. For it to be 105 proof, no ethanol on the nose whatsoever.
No. I really like that.
It does leave a little spiciness on the tongue. You know, the linger.
Yeah.
Right? But it's not bad. But, you know, it lets you know it's there.
Like, for a Criteria bottle, this is pretty good.
Not gonna lie,
that's pretty damn good.
You know, like, it might need to battle some other things.
It might. It just might need to battle some other things. I think a lot of the Criteria bottles, though, we enjoy are not ryes. And we don't prefer ryes. So I think I'd almost prefer to battle it against other Criteria ryes.
Yes, but the problem being
there's not a lot of them.
There's not a lot of them.
Yeah,
so unfortunately, you got to just lump it in with everything else. and see what happens. See what happens, man. You know, I don't know if you know some bottles that are, meeting our criteria. Send them our way. Put them in the comments. Let us know what you got.
Does the Knob Creek rye meet? Is it under $40? Because it's 100 proof and it's 7 year. But I don't know the price.
I don't know.
That's one that we might need to look into.
Well, I mean, hey, listen, we're doing different things. Let's do a quick Google search.
He's gonna look it up.
Yeah, man.
Look it up live.
Let's look it up and find out. Knob Creek Rye. All right, so at some places it's $39.99.
Okay.
Some places it's $49.99.
Okay.
This one place has it at $26.99.
Wow.
So I'm just gonna say
It
sounds like to
40.
me
Probably under 40.
It's under 40.
We need to give it a try.
We need to give it a shot.
Yeah.
We definitely need to give it a shot.
So yeah, if you guys have any ryes that meet the criteria, we'd really like to know.
Yes, absolutely.
And kind of pit those against these other ryes that we're finding.
Man, this is a phenomenal cigar. I've got a little something happening up top there, but we're gonna smoke through it. It's a little crack, but we're gonna smoke through it. I don't normally see that happen, so the unfortunate part is this has probably been in my humidor for about a week now. So there was a little Bovita pack in there, but it's been on an airplane twice. So man. So have you ever paid attention to opening your humidor after taking it on a plane?
Mm-mm.
Like it's vacuum sealed shut.
Really?
I had to pry my humidor open with a knife. Like I could not. Like the clasp wasn't even closed. Like it was just like when I grabbed the box, the clasp was open, but I couldn't get the box open. It was just like fused shut. Like
really?
I had to pop it open with a knife.
Wow.
Yep.
I don't think I've ever flown with a travel humidor. Like it. I don't fly hardly ever. So
okay. I do it often, and every single time I have to pry my humidor open. So
well, they sell travel humidors with a little vent screw on them.
Okay.
So it's just a little screw knob that you can,
release the air pressure,
and it equalizes the air pressure.
Okay, that makes sense. Because all I can think is the cabin pressure really,
sure,
messes up. Because I always take it in my carry-on bag.
Ah, okay.
So it's not like I throw it in my yeah. So
interesting.
But my wife was laughing. She was like, "You can't get that open, can you?" Because I was in New York trying to get it open, and I was like, and of course you can't bring a knife on the plane.
Sure.
And the Airbnb we were staying at, they had really nice knives, and I was like, "Listen, I'm afraid I might break one of these."
Gotcha.
So.
Well, so talk about you just brought it up. Why don't you talk about your little trip to New York that you just took?
Man, listen, like everybody thought we were joking when I told them like we just went to eat. Unfortunately, we don't have the most diverse opportunities to eat food here, right? Love the state of Tennessee. Love all of the great things they've got going on. There are some things I disagree with, but for the most part, it's a great state. But the food in our area specifically can leave some things to be desired.
It's lacking.
Right? So we went to New York to enjoy all of those things that we can't get here. We did Caribbean, Jamaican, we did Chinese food. Of course, can't leave New York without a New York slice. So we hit all of those different things, and then just some different things in between. We didn't get to get a dirty water hot dog or a Nathan's hot dog. A dirty water hot dog is when you find the street vendor with hot dogs. Mm-hmm. That's a dirty water hot dog.
Okay.
Because the hot dog been in that dirty ass water for hours probably.
Right.
But they're great. On the move, got to eat real quick. Dirty water hot dog is the move.
So what do those things run these days?
Honestly, I don't know at this point. The last time I had a dirty water hot dog was like $2.50.
Okay.
Not terrible.
That's
right?
Not bad.
Like, get a hot dog, $2.50, and you can have anything you want on it. Sauerkraut, hot dog, chili, cheese, all that type of stuff. But then we also got to visit some family. I got to take a trip to Harlem Cigar Club.
Right. Yes.
Which was awesome. They showed us a great time. You know what I'm saying? you know, and Harlem is one of those places where the culture is just so big, right? And the same thing was at the Harlem Cigar Club. You know, when I started talking to the young lady that was trying to help me in the humidor, and she realized that I was actually like a real cigar guy, not just
Right.
some like weird tourist coming through thinking I wanted a cigar. She was like,
Right.
hold on one second. She went and got the owner,
Ah.
you know, and he came in and he was like, listen, here's a free cigar.
Oh.
Okay. I want you to wait 30 minutes, smoke that until this other one comes. And he brought me his personal cigar,
Wow.
which he had curated, and it was phenomenal. It was great.
Wow.
You know, so the only place you can get them, though, is
It's
at
right
Harlem
there.
Cigar.
Gotcha.
So look forward to my next trip back. Recently just found out that we can fly round trip for about $250 at any given time out of Knoxville. So we'll probably do it a little bit more often. But it was a great trip, man. You know, got a little bit of time to relax, kick back, not think about business.
Sure. Well, good. I'm glad y'all had a great time. Able to get some of them food stuffs that, you know, you haven't been able to get in a while.
Oh man, I'm telling you, like, so you're not a big city guy though.
No, I'm not.
You know, so have you ever traveled to New York?
No.
Any interest whatsoever?
Nope.
Oh, that's terrible, man. Like I'm telling you, I think you'd enjoy it.
Maybe.
I think
maybe if I went with someone who knew what they were doing.
Yeah, because we don't go to like the tourist destinations
right.
and that type
but just
of stuff.
to go just like me or me and the wife or something. Like, no, I would never want to do that.
Okay. I get it. A lot of people just don't like the big crowds, that type of thing, and I don't either.
And it's not even just the big crowds. Like there's all kinds of stuff that come with the big city that I just don't want to be around. Mm-hmm. I mean, like I'm not even gonna get into it, but
yeah,
like, you know what I'm talking about.
You're gonna piss off some Northerners, man.
No, I mean it's just it's not about the North. You get that in the southern cities too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's just a lot of nonsense that goes on as you go down the street. And I mean, we went to Nashville last year.
Ash, and I don't know where it went.
Oh, it's fine. It's outside.
Yeah, you know.
It's outside. We went to Nashville for a concert, and we're just going down the street, and there's just this nonsense. You know, there's people hawking everything you can think of. You know, there's people standing at business doorways yelling at people to try to get them to come in.
So again, that's in the tourist areas, right? So
I mean, maybe, but I mean this, and so some of this was happening in the tourist areas, but some of it was not in the tourist areas, and it was just, it's just a bit much.
Okay.
You know, and it's too much stimuli, I guess.
I get it.
I get it. The best
overstimulated.
Yeah.
I get it.
You know, so. But, you know, that's why I don't live in a big city.
But I can tell you, after a couple of days, I'm ready to come home.
I bet.
Like, you know,
because you've been away from it too long.
Yeah, it's just like, you know,
like
jumping into the fast pace, like after not doing it for, you know, a couple years is nuts. You know, so my cousins are like, hey, be here at this time, and I'm 2 hours late. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to get there when I get there. I'm at my own pace. You know, like, I move at that Tennessee.
Right. That's another thing, though, is it's the whole fast pace. Like people on top of people. You know, everything feels like a money grab.
Everything is a money grab.
Like,
everything is a money grab. That I don't deny.
I don't want that, man. So I mean, I tend to stay away from the big cities. They don't really offer me anything that I can't get that I want from a small city. You know,
I'm telling you what, I think you would like Harlem Cigar though.
See, like I might have liked that, yes.
I think you would like that.
Yeah,
probably. I think you'd enjoy that. Like the environment was awesome. The owner was awesome. Mm-hmm. The young lady that was in the humidor was awesome. You know, because I asked her, I said, you know, not trying to be rude, I said, but most, you know, pretty young ladies that are in a cigar lounge are just there to sell products. I was like, you actually seem to know something about cigars. Do you smoke? She was like, occasionally. She was like, but I actually, you know, I don't smoke as much, but I enjoy the aroma of cigars, and I enjoy the camaraderie of cigars. And I was like, I get it.
Gotcha.
I totally get it.
Yeah.
You know, so I was able to take a couple of family members to show them something different that they had never been accustomed to, right? Because they don't smoke cigars. And by the time we left, they were like, dude, I understand it. I now get why you do what you do.
Yeah.
Like, you know, so that was great.
I will admit the larger city cigar and, you know, humidors and lounges are really nice to go to because they tend to be bigger.
Yeah.
Right. They have a bigger selection. They tend to have stuff that's hard to get in the smaller humidors.
Yeah.
You know, so those are really nice to go to when you find those bigger places.
Yeah.
And you have to go to bigger cities for those.
You do.
You just do. But just to go, just to go.
You're out.
I'm out.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad at that.
I'm out.
Luckily, like, I grew up there, so I can fall back into the rhythm pretty quickly.
Sure.
It takes a day, but after that first day, I'm like, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
I'm ready to go,
Like I can't even imagine my wife going on the subway. Like she stressed out going on the electric little free shuttle thing down in Chattanooga. That stressed her out. Can you imagine her trying to get on a subway?
Not after the last experience we had on the subway. Because I've got this Southern Belle wife.
Right, yes.
And I don't know if you heard the story.
Oh yeah, with the guy that was like all by himself.
The guy was just going nuts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like any other time my wife follows my lead on the subway, right? This time she decides she going, she taking it. She just, we step on the subway and I'm thinking we just gonna stand where we walked in at. We're gonna grab a pole, stand there, and get to our next stop. No. She decides she's gonna, go through all of the people and go up to this section where it's a little less people. It's a little less people for a reason. Like we get up here and this guy's going nuts. He's just batshit crazy. Like literally batshit crazy. He's going nuts, throwing his stuff in the floor, saying, "Pick it up!" Like he's going. And my wife is making these faces. I'm like, "Fix your face. You showing everybody you a tourist. Like fix your face. You're making us targets." Okay, like get it together.
They're gonna steal everything we have.
Yeah, like she's gonna hate that I said this on camera, but it's the truth. I'm like, yo, fix your face. We gonna pretend like you are not a tourist and we know what's going on here, right? Don't pay them no attention. Don't look back. Don't nothing. So finally, I just kind of step in between her and the guy, and luckily some people got off the subway, and finally we were able to sit down. But she looked traumatized, So, but hey, it was a good time, man. It was a good time. But let's get back to our bourbon and cigars. Because where we at on time?
I think we're just about on time here. If I'm remembering right.
I'm pretty close to my band. So that means we're probably 30, 35, somewhere in there.
About 35 minutes in right now.
Okay. Well, let's do final thoughts, man.
So, final thoughts. Like we said, this thing is so good. I can't help but smoke it fast. You're smoking it even faster than I am.
I don't know if that's true. I had a smaller cigar.
I thought we had the same size, but okay. But it's a phenomenal cigar. This is, I know we say it a lot that, like if you haven't had the cigar, you need to have it. But this is another one that if you haven't had it, you need to try it.
Yeah.
And if you've never had it, most of your retailers are going to have it. It's going to be like $10 plus or minus, depending on size. And then if you love it, go search. You can get them for ridiculous prices.
Yeah.
The bourbons and the whiskeys, the Smoke Wagon is it's just a really good, like, standard, like, core bourbon.
I agree.
Like I don't mind the proof on it. Mm-hmm. The price is really great. That's an easily a daily sipper.
Yeah.
And then the Contradiction or the Smooth Ambler, like, man, that's a surprise.
It's a shock.
Like, it's a surprise. I'm actually surprised at how good it is. I kind of expected it with seeing how much was out of the bottle and then not remembering. I must have bought that bottle months ago because I really didn't remember how I liked it or not.
I think I know why you don't remember. It's because you drank all of that in one night, and
I doubt that. I don't typically drink the same thing
over and over. No, we definitely do not.
But this thing is surprisingly good. The blend that they did from the 3 different states. Mm-hmm. I love that it's 105.
Yep.
And I love that it's under $40.
Yep.
Like that's just the aroma on it. I probably like more than the taste.
Yeah.
Like it's got that like candied apple kind of aroma to it. Like,
yeah.
And it's sweet. Like I think that's like the whole candied apple, like sweet. That's what I'm getting. Like caramel, definitely. Candied apple, sweetness. Like it's just really good. But that's what I got. How about you, man?
Well, I'll start with the bourbons because I just lifted my glass up. If you were to look at this, as a bourbon drinker or a whiskey drinker, you would think this might not be great, right? Because of the color. It's not a great color.
Right.
But I tell you what, at the price point and the proof,
right,
and it's a rye, it's very good, right? It's very enjoyable. I think a lot of people would be shocked to find a bottle that's this good at this price point.
Yeah.
I agree. The Contradiction, they did a great job. As far as the Smoke Wagon, dude, like, it's everything you want in a 93 proof bottle.
Yep.
Right? Because I don't think you find a whole lot of bottles that are 92.5, 93, whatever you want to call it, that are that flavorful. Right? So I know we've done some other things that are lower proof, under 100. And and you know they kind of taste watered down.
They do.
That is not the Smoke Wagon.
You're right.
Right?
I agree with
It's
that.
full of flavor at that 92.5 proof. So great job to both of those brands on making products that really stand out in the marketplace. As far as the cigar, I think we have praised this thing more than enough. You can look, the wind is still blowing it. I don't know how much of the scene you can see. The flag is whipping in the background there. The wind is really at it, and it has not affected this cigar even a little bit.
Nope.
Okay.
Well constructed.
Well, I talked up the wind.
Something knocked
said,
over.
I'll show you. But cigar is absolutely phenomenal, man. At this price point that we bought them at, dude, like, if I could only, I won't say that. This is a cigar that, if your budget is light and you want a really, really good cigar,
this is it.
This is it.
Yeah.
This is absolutely the one to go to. It's close to full body.
Yep.
Right. It's definitely full flavor, and it's just a great smoke all the way around. So, like you said, I know we say it a lot, but if you haven't had one, go out and find it. You will be in heaven smoking this, right? Like, it's just a great cigar.
It is.
Anything else to add?
Mm-mm.
All right, man. Well, I guess we'll wrap it up. Y'all know what it is. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that little bell so that you get notifications when we drop new content. I am Duran, no cool nickname, and my partner, not to my left, but sitting across from me,
I am Jason JB Smoke, and we will see you on the next one.
Put some smoke in the air.
Absolutely.